Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about a desaturated contrast look. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. My name is Serge Ramedy. I am a French photographer living in the beautiful, the amazing, the incroyablement magnifique city of Paris, France, and the very warm and very welcoming city of Los Angeles, California. And I make 2 tutorials per week. Click here if you want to get the raw file of this episode. This episode is going to be 7 Lightroom presets for free. But also, if you subscribe to my newsletter, you will get access to thousands of free raw files, free Lightroom presets for all my free tutorials, which is over 200 free tutorials. All you have to do is click on this link and subscribe to my daily newsletter. You will get daily tips and the best promotions for my premium courses. All right, I want to talk to you about a look that I call the desaturated, contrasty, urban look. Here is what I mean.
The other day, I got an email from a photographer named Andrei Tudoran, who asked me if I could do a tutorial how this person, Ryan Millier, I'm sorry if I don't spell the name properly, Ryan Millier we say in French, how is he doing this type of photos? And often I get emails like this where people will send me somebody gallery on 500px and says, oh, I love the look of this photo, how do you do it in Lightroom? So the guy has a lot of photos which I really like a lot, and he's got this sort of style that is super contrasty and but almost desaturated. And that's something which I like a lot, because when you see, when you contrast a photo, when you make the darks darker, the brights brighter, often you add saturation in the same time. And if you look at this photo, for example, of the World Trade Center Memorial, you can see all the blacks is very crashed, it's very contrasty, and there's only a bit of yellow or orange coming out. Let me show you another photo, and this is one I like a lot also, where you have just a little bit of orange, and everything else is super contrasty. The darks are very darks. So I don't know how this person did it. I like his style, and I'm going to try to do something similar in Lightroom. So I'm going to jump over to Lightroom, and I was in New York in January. I'm going to try to do his style of photography with this photo, and then I'm going to give you some of the presets that you can use to give you, like, a preset for me is not an end point, it's a beginning point. Okay, so starting with this photo, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the shadows as I usually do, but this time, because I like to see what's happening in shadows, but this time I'm going to crash the blacks a lot, because remember, he's got his blacks very crashed. Then I'm going to, instead of going -100, I'm going to blow up the highlights, because he often doesn't have details in the sky. He's got big highlights. And then I'm going to boost the contrast. So we're starting to getting there, but you see the problem that I was explaining you is that when you add contrast, you add colors. If I show you the before and after, it's more contrasty, but it's got more colors. They become more saturated. So the trick is to do a selective desaturation. So you go to your HSL, and there I'm going to go on purpose. I'm going to desaturate the yellow almost like at -76. Not the yellow, I'm sorry. The greens, the aqua, the blue, the purple, and the magenta. And on the other end, I'm going to boost the yellows, the saturation, the orange, and the reds, for example. Okay, so we start to getting there. Also, one thing I want to do on this photo is on about the profiles correction and do an upright auto so that, yes, we have a better look at the photo. Okay, we still need to crush the blacks even more. Something like that. And you can maybe, I think the yellows are a little bit too much saturated on this one. I'm going to do that. But this is a good starting point, and I think I'm going to boost the exposure a little bit, and I'm going to crush the blacks even more and lower the shadows even more. So you just have to play around with it. Let me show you the before and after. So we got this sort of like very saturated look. Let me see if I can boost the contrast even more and bring back, it's a bit like this, before and after. So when you find a look that you like, I advise you because I kind of like that look, to save it in the presets. I'm going to call this one black and white decontrast, because I'm sorry, black and white contrast. Okay, and on this one, the beginning photo was a normal exposure, but what we did is we only had yellow and oranges. Yellow and orange. So that's the name of the preset. I'm going to create that preset. And then, for example, I'm going to take this other photo. And let's see if I can apply this preset, which we just did. It gives a good starting point. It's not bad. But you see, the overall photo is too yellow. I only want the taxi to be yellow. So what you can do is you can take your white balance and get it to the left, because you have programmed the preset to make only the yellow appears. By taking out the yellow everywhere, it's still going to be in the taxis. So now we have this sort of decontrasty look. Let me show you the before and the after. Okay, so you see it's only a started point. Let's try with another photo. This one, for example, another photo of New York. So I'm going to click on the same preset, which is this one, and let's see if that works. Pretty good. I think on this one I would just boost a little bit the exposure, but I like it. Look, before, after, before, after. I love doing presets in Lightroom because you can really get an amazing look in 2 seconds. Let's see what this one would give us with the same preset. So I'm going to go here and take this preset. Boom. Not bad. I like what it gives me. Show the before and after. It gives really a look. A couple of things I would do on this photo is, first I would take this big sensor spot out. Just drives me crazy. And then I would do here a little graded filter where I would boost the exposure and maybe do like a little minus clarity or add some haze in it. Okay, and maybe make this lower. Oops, I'm sorry, make this one lower. So this is a gradient where I've done some dehazing and boost the exposure a little bit too much. Voila, maybe a bit more on a gradient. You get a bit the idea. And we get a very similar look. Let me click on done. Let me show you the before and after. And I'm going to offer you for free a whole bunch of presets I created for all these type of photos. You can just, here they're preset. You can just click on them and you can see for yourself, what they're going to give to the picture. But that's the whole idea. Oh, let's try with this one, for example. Let's see what this one would do. Not bad. Check it out. Oh, I love this. Before, after, with one preset. So I call this the contrasty, desaturated, except yellow and orange look. And I think it's a pretty cool look. And you can try it on your photos. And I'm going to give you this preset for free. All you have to do is subscribe to my newsletter. And you're going to get all these presets for free. Voila. I hope you like this little video. If you want to ask me for looks, like there's a photo you really like on the web and you want me to do a tutorial how the photo was made, hopefully I'm capable of doing it because I don't know everything. Far from it. I'm learning every day. But if I do know or have some idea of how it has been done, then maybe I will do a tutorial on it. All you have to do is leave a comment in the YouTube section saying, oh, check out this guy, how does he do it? Or I would like to learn this. Or ask me anything, and I will try to make a tutorial on it. I also need ideas, because I like to make tutorials every week, and it's a good way to communicate with me. I look at every comment on YouTube, and I will do my best to fulfill your wishes. But voila, a little decontrasty look. I think it's a pretty cool one. Let me show you this one in full screen again. And it's a pretty, it's a pretty cool one-click magic. So I'm going to give you a whole bunch of looks, which are called here BW Contrast Basics, Basics 2, Basics 3, Yellow, Orange. So all you have to do is you take a photo and you click on it. Basics 3, oh, this one works great. Before you select another preset, make sure you reset first and then try to apply another preset. This one you will see doesn't work, for example. Let's take another photo, this one. All right, I'm going to try to do BW Contrast Basics. I don't like what it gives, so I'm going to reset it. I'm going to go to Basics 2. I don't like what it gives, so I'm going to reset it. I'm going to go to... The reason I reset is because I want to make sure I don't add up settings from one to another. Basics 3, I don't like it, but it's kind of getting there. I can maybe lower the contrast, etc., etc. And so you just go through let me take this one, for example, and here's another one called the BW Contrast Yellow Orange. You can see also a preview here. This one looks great based on this photo, a BW Contrast Yellow Orange Light Photo. So every preset is not for every photo. Anyways, I'm going to give you all these presets for free so you can try them. Now, how do you install presets on Lightroom? It is so easy. It's not even funny. I'm going to give you some files that you will download on my website. All you have to do is go to my website. You go on my website, and if you did not create an account, you click here to sign up, and all you have to do is enter your email address. That's all you have to do. Once you do that, it will ask you to have a password, and then you can log in. Once you log in, free lessons, you have all the free lessons, and for each free lessons, you can click on the lesson itself, and once you're on the lesson itself, you can watch it and you have download the source files. But you will only get the link of the source files if you created an account on my website. That's very important. So voila, I hope you're going to download these presets. Once you have this preset download, you go back to Lightroom and you go to Lightroom Preferences. You go on the second tab called Preset. You see here, Preset. And you click here, Show Lightroom Preset Folder. You click here. And here is the Lightroom Preset folder. You go on Develop Preset. Now that's very important. Develop Preset. You see Develop Preset. And what you do is you unzip what you just downloaded from my website and you put it here in these Develop Preset files. You restart Lightroom and boom, there you go. All will be installed and all will be there ready to be used, and you can play around with these presets in your photo. And you can also check out the other hundreds of free presets and raw files you can get for free on my website if you sign up for my daily newsletter, where you will get tons of promotion on my premium courses, you will get daily tips, and you will get all kind of information about me. Voila, hope you like this tutorial, and I will see you in another episode, mesdames et messieurs.